So, you've left your toxic relationship or friendship, and now you don't know what to do. Well, you've come to the right place because I will share my experiences and what I've done so far in my journey, and maybe some of that will help you too to get started on your own journey. Now, when I left my toxic relationship, or well, it ended, I actually had no idea what to do because, when you pray for something so much and then you finally get it, you're like, okay, so now what? Now what do I do? Well, I started with throwing away everything that reminded me of the person because obviously I did not want that energy around me. After that, I found myself replaying stuff from the past, and it's only human. You replay things that what happened in the past. You maybe create arguments in your head, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this to this person the next time I see them, or if I see another person that's like this person, I'm gonna like say this and that, or mentally you're like plotting up like some revenge ideas. I don't know, but I'm here to tell you that's depleting your energy. Overthinking and replaying things, it re-traumatizes your brain, so you still feel like you're in survival mode, fight or flight mode, and your nervous system is not safe. And two, it literally depletes your energy, like in a spiritual sense and in like a literal sense. Like spiritually, what you're doing is you're lowering your vibration because you keep on replaying the same thing that happened, but it's happened in the past. It does not exist anymore. And when you replay that, which is literally a memory, a thought inside your head, and you keep replaying that, which is also another thought about the thought that you were worried about, you keep replaying it in your head. What are you gaining from it? Nothing. You're depleting your energy. You're lowering your vibration. Your aura feels heavy. And you yourself physically feel heavy. I don't know if you've felt it, but I have definitely felt it. When I am overthinking, I feel physically heavy and have to like exercise or something to get it off my chest. So, and I still struggle with it, okay? I'm not perfect. And I'm gonna be very honest. I find myself a lot of times just replaying things that happened in the past, not necessarily tied to that specific thing, but I do still replay things. Okay, I'm human. I'm not gonna say that I'm this perfect person who doesn't replay. I do. Okay, find myself overthinking. I find myself replaying conversations, replaying things I did, replaying things that happened to me in the past, and it's okay, right? Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself. That is a big one. Forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. Tell yourself it's okay. You didn't know better. You allowed this person to stay as long as they did. You allowed this person in the first place in your life. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay? Don't blame yourself for something you had to learn from. Ultimately, you learned something. And next time this happens, you're not gonna make the same mistakes, right? That's a learning. That's what life is about. You make mistakes, you learn from them, and then you move on. Because there's so much better out there. I can assure you that. Now, what I did, after reframing them and after I stopped replaying those things, what I did was I gave my mind something else to do. And what I mean is not scrolling, mindless scrolling, although I do that sometimes. And I do watch like a lot of videos and stuff, it's like full of distractions, right, this world. But yeah, what you should do after that is give your mind something else to do, not distract it. Give it something else to like feed on. It could be affirmations, it could be some new thing you're interested in. I am interested in like new things like literally every day. Some days I want to like learn more about astronomy, for example, or some days I want to be like, okay, so I want to learn more about astrology, or I'm like, okay, I want to learn more about myself. And some days I'm just like, you know what, I feel like talking to God, and then I go talk to God, and that's helped me a lot too. When you put your mind to something, when you make, okay, let me rephrase that. When you assign your mind other things to do, it naturally stops overthinking. Because here's the thing, when you're empty, there's this like really amazing line my mom says in Hindi, and I don't know how to like translate it in English. It's like, an empty mind is a devil's playground. There you go. An empty mind is a devil's playground. When you don't give your mind anything to do, it's gonna keep thinking, and naturally it leads towards thinking about negative things and takes the negative route, because your brain is wired to protect itself, and that's why it absorbs negative stuff way more than positive things. You can obviously change that by exposing yourself to more positive things than negative things, and giving your brain other things to do other than thinking about nonsense all day, or just replaying random stuff all day, right? So what I mean to say is, in simple terms, go find something interesting to do instead of just sitting in your bed all day scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, because that's not helping you. Consuming everything, other people's content, other people's energy, when you start comparing yourself to them, that depletes your energy again. And 3, you're just frying your brain. You're not doing anything with your brain. No thinking, nothing. Go read a book. That's more productive than reading random stuff per reel. But yeah, giving your mind something else to do instead of just letting it just sit there and rot, right? After that, what I do, and I don't think you should make this a habit, and you should like never ever get rid of it. It's to always talk to God or the universe. Just, they're sitting there, they're waiting for you to ask for help, okay? You don't have to do everything alone. You understand that, right? You realize that, right? You don't have to do everything alone. You really don't. God's out there. The universe is out there. They're there to help you. You're not alone, okay? Never think you're alone. You always have someone watching over you, okay? And the more you believe that, the more stronger that belief becomes, the more you start to feel confident and capable, because God has my back. The universe has my back. And you start seeing God and the universe in everything in your life. And I think that's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to live. Okay? So, this is a very beautiful habit. And even I'm in the beginning stages, but it's made a difference. And then after that, what I do is, what do? Oh yeah, I connect to my inner child. So whatever I liked as a kid, I do that again. Whether it be watching my favorite TV shows from when I was a kid, to like dressing up as her, talking to her, or like just doing things that I know would make her happy, right? Like little me, and I still do. I love dressing up, fashion, and makeup and jewelry. I love that. I love that so much. So I do that. And I don't even have to go anywhere out. I just do it because I want to. I wear a dress, I wear makeup, I put on makeup, and then I wear a nice dress, and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so pretty. For no reason at all. Why should there be a reason? I can do anything I want. I have free will, and I will use that. I want to make myself happy. That's the best way to use my free will to make myself happy. Why would you, with everything that you have, put yourself in more misery than the world already gives you? There's this, I think it's in the Bhagavad Gita, yeah. Your mind can be your worst enemy and your best. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on the way you feed your mind things and the way you are with yourself. Why is that some people cannot bear to sit with themselves, and other people have no problem living and being alone or in solitude? Because they're friends with themselves, and they love themselves, and they like themselves, and they like who they are. These people who can't sit with themselves, they don't like themselves. In the end, they really can't sit with themselves because they don't like themselves. They hate themselves. That's miserable. And chances are, these toxic people that you're with, they hate themselves. If you've noticed, every person that's trying to pull you down is unhappy with themselves inside. Like, these people are emotionally unwell. They have emotional, like, diseases, okay? To not catch them, first off, you distance yourself. And second off, literally, just send prayers to them, okay? Send prayers, or if you don't want to send prayers, then just, literally don't think about them, right? Out of sight, out of mind. So, you just don't think about these people, or if you feel bad for them, send prayers to them. Like, may God help you. May you find happiness. Because in the end, they're unwell, right? You have to start seeing these haters and these people that don't like you, and these people that are like so like hell-bent in like making you miserable. You gotta see these people as people that are battling their own issues, and people who are like sick in the mind, right? Like sick as in like they're unwell. Like, a physical, when you're like, you have fever, right? Physically, these people, they're emotionally unwell. Emotionally, because jealousy is a disease, envy is a disease, all these negative emotions, hate is a disease. These are all diseases. They're all infestations in your mind, right? They're diseases. Send them prayers that they get well, because, or if you don't want to, just choose not to engage with them, You don't even have to feel sorry for them. I think, I read this quote somewhere. Oh my gosh, I just keep forgetting. Okay, so I think it was like on Pinterest or whatever, and I think it was Lord Krishna. He said that these people, these toxic people, whatever, right? You don't have to feel sad for them about yourself. You don't have to hate them. You don't even have to feel sorry about these people. Just feel indifference. Just be indifferent to them. Just live on your life and just keep getting better. Honestly, that's literally it. You don't even have to care about these people, right? Detach and just live your life. Live your life. This is your life, and you can make yourself happy. And yeah, that's it. Those are the things I've done so far on my journey. I definitely do recommend like either reading to like to have like a handful of quotes that you can like live by, or you like are looking at for comfort, or if you know you're religious or spiritual, or you know any of that, you can like read your ancient scriptures, right? For me, I read the Bhagavad Gita, so I hold some of those shlokas and some things that are said there very close to my heart. In the end, you have to look at everything you've been through as a way, as a learning lesson, as a lesson learned. This happened, this taught me this. There's going to be another test like that. I will pass it. Or you could, or there was this other analogy, right? Just look at these situations as temporary, and look at these situations as things you learn from and things you can grow from. Because in the end, everything that happens in your life happens for you, not to you, not against you, for you. And once you believe in that like that, you see every single thing that happens to you as a way to fuel your growth. Thank you for listening, and I wish you luck on your journey. Bye.